Forecast First, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
On the Storm Tracker Doppler, we are once again tracking a little bit of precipitation. Take a look here closer to I-70, where we are going to see areas of snow mixing in here later tonight. But for places like Danville and Champaign, even I think Decatur and Springfield, you're not going to see much out of this. This is actually going to be a southern event. Essentially, places that have not seen much in the way of wintry precipitation over the last month or so will get in on some of that. Now, temperatures are still quite mild, so we're going to start things out as a little bit of rain at first. It's still 40 in Effingham, but as temperatures fall, we will see some of that snow begin to move in. More about the amounts we can see for those areas when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
People in several neighborhoods found bags in the front of their homes this weekend. Why what was inside had them concerned. Plus, police are investigating after a guitar shop was broken into overnight. We're looking at the damage left behind.
And 2 teenagers are dead after a shooting. What neighbors are saying about what happened.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
Illinois has lifted restrictions on indoor dining in several health regions, including all of central Illinois. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Region 6 is East Central Illinois. That will go to 25% capacity for indoor dining immediately. Starts right now. Region 3, which is West Central Illinois, will jump to 50% capacity. The state's move to relax restrictions comes 2 weeks after the holiday stretch. During that incubation period, health officials were watching for and after infection rates drop significantly. The state also set up several staffing contracts to help hospitals stay up to speed with any surge on bed space. Region 3 is now in phase 4. Region 6 is in tier 1, just one half step away from phase 4. All restrictions will come off once enough people in the state have been vaccinated later this year. Now we're going to take a look at the latest COVID numbers statewide. The state is reporting more than 3,300 new cases. With that, 50 more people have died. The positivity rate also continues to go down. It is now at 7%. 3,300 people are hospitalized with COVID. In Region 3, 74% of ICU beds are being used. In Region 6, it's 71%.
In other news now, authorities in Champaign and Urbana are investigating after people woke up this weekend to flyers saying no white guilt. At WCIA 3's Bryce Bement joins us live from the newsroom tonight. Bryce, more than a piece of paper was left behind.
Yeah, it definitely was. And I actually have a bag taken from one of the neighborhoods. And as you can see, there's a rock involved with this to hold down so people can throw them potentially out of a window of a car. But if I open it up, you can actually see here there's a sign that says no white guilt. It also includes links that, quote, oppose anti-whiteism and websites that identify anti-whites. But one man whose neighborhood was hit says he wants to remain anonymous for fear of being targeted again. He tells me Friday evening neighbors at the Martin Luther King Jr. subdivision in Champaign approached him about the plastic bags. That's around Holtz, Poplar, and 4th Streets. Ellis Drive in Urbana was also targeted with these flyers. Urbana Mayor Diane Marlin says these acts will not be tolerated.
It's absolutely unacceptable for this to be happening, and unfortunately, it's not the first time.
Similar notes have been thrown last year near East Peoria and in 2019 in Tuscola. Urbana police are unsure if it is a copycat or the same group. They urge that the public call if they have any information. What makes this situation even harder today is, of course, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So imagine living in the MLK subdivision, being one of those people who got the note. In the newsroom, I'm Bryce Bement, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Certainly disappointing, Bryce. Thanks. Now, we reached out to Champaign Police, which told us because of freedom of expression and or freedom of speech, it's not a crime. They can't arrest someone for handing out a sign, even if what's being said is objectionable. Champaign Police are also investigating a break-in. Happened early this morning at a guitar store on Upper BOUT at Neal. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting joins us now. So, Courtney, you were there when police were present. What can you tell us?
That's right, Paul. I talked to the owner of Upper BOUT. He says the break-in actually happened at 1 this morning. Hours later, around 7, the cleaning crews came in and noticed that glass on one of the front doors was shattered. Whoever did this, though, they only took a hoodie from the shop, but they left behind a lot of damage. The owner told me the suspect kicked in the door of one of their teaching studios and smashed everything inside. The owner estimated thousands of dollars in damages because of that. They also, though still open today at 11, which is their normal time to open, and ran things as normal. But the owner told me he's still trying to process everything that happened. And they actually just celebrated their 7th anniversary as a store yesterday, so you can imagine it was a bit of a punch in the gut walking into today's scene. Paul?
Well, it's good that they got to reopen and kind of run things as normal, but obviously what a disappointment after getting to kind of celebrate 7 years.
Right, absolutely.
All right, Courtney, thanks. We reached out to police. They couldn't tell us anything about the suspect, but they think it was one person. They also wouldn't say whether they're looking at security recordings of the scene, but say anytime there's video available, they always review it.
2 teenagers are dead after a shooting in Oakwood. It happened yesterday afternoon on Wayne Drive by Lee Street. Neighbors say they heard shots fired around this home, and then they saw the suspects drive off toward a dead end. They threw a gun into the woods and eventually made it to Highway 150. That's where they were arrested. We talked to a neighbor who called 911.
I just feel grateful that I made the call when I did, or they probably wouldn't have got them where they did, because they were pretty close to the interstate when they got them, and if they'd hit the interstate, who knows where they'd be.
The Vermilion County Sheriff's Office is investigating. They say 3 juveniles and 1 adult have been arrested in that shooting. 5 people were arrested over the weekend after a shooting in Rantoul. Police were called to shots fired near Doolittle and Gray Saturday night. They say a 35-year-old Champaign man had been shot in the back, hip, and hand. He is expected to recover. Rantoul police were able to get a search warrant, and the Metro SWAT team arrested 5 people, confiscating 3 guns in the process.
If we can take guns out of people that shouldn't have them to begin with, then we'll be in good shape.
All 5 are facing weapons charges. One of them, Donnell Robinson, also had an outstanding warrant for robbery out of Champaign County.
If you were near Tolono this morning and saw black smoke filling the sky, it wasn't a house fire. It was actually a tractor. Tolono's assistant fire chief says a tractor fell into a fire pit and, well, caught fire. Crews arrived within minutes. The driver made it out safely. A hand-me-down from one group of first responders to another is making the community safer for everyone. The Gilbertsville Fire and Rescue Company in Pennsylvania delivered a new fire truck to the Cisco Fire Protection District. The truck can carry 7 people and has special features to help with interstate rescues in icy conditions. The truck it's replacing was used for the last 15 years, and the team of volunteer firefighters in Cisco is eager to have the new one.
We've got a lot of young firefighters, and they are very excited to have a truck like this at their disposal.
The truck will be numbered and ready to use in the next few weeks.
The U.S. is approaching 400,000 COVID deaths, what some states are doing to try to avoid more tragedy.
Plus, Washington, D.C. is on high alert this week. The new security efforts in place less than 48 hours from Inauguration Day.